guys, it's Karl, and I know that I typically don't review headphones too much on their own because it's hard to portray what I can hear to what you guys are now watching, but I think these ones are super special. These are the brand new Razer Barracuda Pros. For the amount of things that we do and for the amount of content we consume, I find myself switching headphones for particular tasks like gaming, like editing, like actually listening to music, like traveling. All of those things I have an actual different pair of headphones for because they serve different purposes. And what Razer is trying to do with this pair is to try to create one pair that you can do everything, that you can switch seamlessly between all your devices. So I've been lucky enough to use these for the past couple weeks. And as a little example, I'm right now sitting in what I call the trifecta desk area. Some of you may know that little naming scheme that I've given to this particular area. You can actually see two on camera. So the one that we're sitting in now, this is the one where I review products, where I sometimes even chill. The area behind me is the editing rig spot where I, of course, edit my content. I am rocking a 16-inch MacBook Pro over there on a Pro Display XDR. And off to the side, this desk over here, which is kind of out of your guys' sight, is my gaming/streaming spot. That's where I do my live streams. That's where I kick back, relax, and actually get some gaming done. And for each of these areas, I actually have different pairs of headphones for each. And during this little challenge, so big shout outs to Razer for sponsoring this episode, I've used this one pair of headphones to switch between each. Obviously, I've used these to travel as well, but I'll kind of take you through the three different spots. We'll start off here first when I'm not recording A-roll, when the cameras aren't on. This is where I test products. This is kind of where I script out my videos. So I typically, weirdly enough, work off my phone. So the great thing about this pair of headphones, it connects in a couple different ways. Obviously, Bluetooth being the most standard. So I've just got it paired to my 13 Pro Max, and I sometimes just jam out to music like most people do. So the first thing that you typically look for is how do headphones actually sound. So these have 50mm drivers, a 3-part design. I typically listen to pretty bass heavy music, but across all ranges they sound great. They also have THX achromatic audio amplifier, which helps it sound powerful and clean. After that, I typically hop into the editing rig/station behind me. I usually use noise canceling headphones, which of course these are active noise canceling. Not that there's too many other people in the studio, but in case I've got editors, maybe Link is being annoying and barking off in the corner, and I just want to zone everything out, get right into an edit. These drown out all the sound, and we'll touch on this more in a bit when I get to how I've traveled with these. A great Bluetooth feature of these, which I know a lot of headphones has, is Smart Switch, and that's the ability to switch between multiple devices. It's dual wireless, and not that you guys can see the studio, but right behind you this way, it's another desk. I have desks everywhere here. It's a standing desk. So when I sit down too long on my MacBook Pro, I like to just get up, stretch the legs, edit over on my Mac Studio. I can just walk over, completely wireless, and I can switch that between my MacBook Pro to my Mac Studio completely seamlessly. It's super simple, and I love that I don't have to switch to a different pair or go through another pairing process. And quickly before we go through how I've been using them, let's go through the design first, because I think that's what sets this apart from most other Razer headphones, because typically when you think of Razer, it's a gaming company. You think of big, bright green Razer, big cans that you would only rock for gaming, and you probably wouldn't wear them outside. You wouldn't wear them to the gym. You wouldn't wear them on a plane. I guess you could, but what Razer's trying to do, they're trying to combine the lifestyle space. They realize that there's more in life than just gaming, and you just want the one pair of headphones that can actively switch or seamlessly switch between all of your activities. And when you look at these, they look like a premium pair of noise canceling headphones. If you didn't know what the Razer logo looked like, you probably wouldn't really realize that. There is a hint of Razer branding on the headband, and the only iconic green is around the on and off button for the microphone, and it's just around the outside. So that's a nice little touch. For the rest of the controls, we actually have a physical scroll wheel for the volume, which I actually prefer than having a touch control on the side of the ear cups. You have the Bluetooth pairing option, and of course, USB-C to charge, and on the other side, that's what disables active noise canceling to get you into ambient mode that you can switch between. You can see a couple microphone slots for the noise canceling, and the ear cups made out of a plush faux leather along with the headband. They are super comfy, so in the hours that I've been testing them, no ear fatigue. They feel great on the ears. You actually don't really notice that you're wearing them, and even for prolonged use over 5 to 6 hours, and I've actually traveled with them for that long. They've felt great on the ears and no complaints for comfort. Inside of the box, you also get this great little hard plastic carrying case, which shows that Razer's trying to push these as a lifestyle pair of headphones. You can throw these in your backpack. Unfortunately, they don't fold or get compacted anyway. You just kind of have to slot them in, and then you can do them up in this carrying case, stick this in a backpack, or even hang it off somewhere with this little hook. When I switch into desk number 3 for gaming, that's typically what I use my PC for. Once again, just rocking these. My game rotation right now is sadly still StarCraft 2, my favorite RTS of all time. A bit of Halo, a bit of Far Cry 6. I've actually been putting a couple hours into GTA 3, the remastered version, just kind of jamming out to Chatterbox, my favorite radio station for all you that know. And of course, some weekly rounds of Warzone with some friends. And you'll notice these headphones don't have the typical gamer boom arm microphone that jots down. They have one that's built in, which I think just makes it look way sleeker. It's an integrated beamforming noise canceling mic, so your voice is still crystal clear. You can use it perfectly for gaming. And even though I do have a little boom arm with, say, a dedicated microphone, I found that I don't even have to use it anymore. People can hear me clearly in game, and even when I do live streams or say even Teams calls on this computer, I can use this built-in microphone, and once again, I have no issue. So I think that's great that it's built in, and when I take a call when I'm on the go and I'm not sitting on my computer, when I'm on my phone, I can use these headphones, which I know others have struggled with. Sony, the WH-1000 Mark IVs, and even the new Mark Vs, their new microphone just isn't as good as this one.
And right now we're doing a bit of a mic test for the Barracuda Pros. We're in the streaming setup. I typically just have it right off of my Sony right here. And you can see no boom mic or no microphone in front of me. This is just straight from the headphones. As I said, built-in microphones. It sounds pretty decent from what I can hear. Let me guys know, and it's totally fine for things like gaming and obviously team calls and any sort of video chat that you end up doing.
And over on my PC, since I'm not connected via Bluetooth, I am using this little USB-C dongle. This is actually the first that I've seen with one, which is kind of dope. I'm sure there are others that do exist, but this does have Razer Hyperspeed, which is at 2.4 gigahertz for ultra low latency. So it's great when I've got it plugged into my PC for gaming. And more importantly, this actually works with my Nintendo Switch, which I've been playing a bit more these days. It's a simple little plug and play, so now I can listen to the sounds of Switch Sports, or more importantly, Star Wars Lego, which I've been rocking some sickly hours into, but it's kind of cool that I can use this USB-C dongle and switch this between devices. Lastly, they also come with an additional USB-A to USB-C and a USB-A extender inside the box as well. It's just nice to have some extra cable accessories. More than I've been rocking these headphones for outside of the studio, I think a lot of you know that I was just in Miami for Formula 1, so on the flight back, actually, I tested these out. That's a 3.5 hour, 4 hour flight. Active noise canceling was great. I've actually been taking these to an indoor golf simulator, just somewhere that I like to go maybe once or twice a week at lunch, just to hit some balls, and since they are active noise canceling, can just kind of zone everything else out and try to dial in my swing, even though I still suck pretty bad, but they're useful for that. And overall, I think these have just been a solid pair of headphones. If you didn't tell me that these were Razer and these didn't have logos on them, I'd use them for their active noise canceling. I'd use them for editing. I'd use them for even working out in. I think these will compete really well with other ANC lifestyle headphones like the Sony WH-1000 Mark Vs. And the Barracuda Pros are $100 less, or even the AirPod Maxes that cost $550. I know they're outrageously expensive, and unless you are in the Apple ecosystem, those can't even switch between multiple devices, let alone go anywhere near gaming. So I think these are a very, very solid pair if you're looking for that one pair of headphones to rule them all.
One ring to rule them all.
One that can switch between all the things that you do. Definitely, yeah, check these out. I've also got an extra pair of these as a giveaway item for one of you guys, so just make sure you're subbed to the channel. Go show the IG post of this some love and follow me over on social, as it's easier to manage the giveaways there and it's a bit more legit. I know that YouTube is dealing with all sorts of spam, so I hope you guys enjoyed this vid, and we'll catch the rest of you in one of my next vids. Peace!